What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Broadway Joel, the voice of Dominican boxing. I apologize for being late. I was already running late. I was gonna be like 5 minutes late, but then had a couple technical issues here on my end, so that's why I'm 20 minutes late as opposed to 5 minutes late. So I apologize for that, but I do have a lot of information that you guys would be interested in both on Puello suspension, coming up that he just got sentenced to 6 months suspension from the Nevada State Athletic Commission. I'll get into more details about that once more people hop on. Also, I know people want to sit together for the Edwin de los Santos Joseph Adorno fight. We want to see what section we're going to take over, what section is going to be the Dominican, where the Dominicans sit at and all that. So, I definitely want to give you information on that. Unfortunately, I was trying to set it up where Edwin could get credit for like these tickets being sold because usually how it works is, you know, uh, if the fighter gets, I think it's 20%. So I was trying to get him his money. So I'm talking to promoters, and that's why I haven't really given out a section where we should sit and all that good stuff. But you know, apparently, I don't want to wait until all the tickets are sold. So that's my worry. So we're just gonna have to rock out with how we rock out, man. And hopefully we all sit together, have a good time. Know what I'm saying? So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. Rod de lo mío, que lo que mi hermano. What's going on, bro? Rod, shout out to Rod. My man Tony Boswell, much respect, Broadway Joel in the chat. Stopped in to show support and hit the like button. Just got off work. Man, thank you. I appreciate you for hitting that like button and instructing other people to hit the like button. Oh, by the way, good news. I'm back to being monetized. I'm off suspension of being monetized. You guys can now send me super chats. Finally, I'm off YouTube jail. So if you guys want to celebrate with me and send some, super chats, that'll be greatly appreciated. And it will be actually even more greatly appreciated if you send it through Cash App or the Zelle running on the bottom of the screen. But I am monetized again. You can send me super chats off of YouTube jail. So I'm glad I'm off that. Yeah. I saw that Morel going in on Benavidez. I saw that. Kami, my Puerto Rican guy, what's going on, man? My guy Broadway. Hope you're doing good, bro. Ariel. Oh, this is Ariel Alvarado? I think so. I think that's your same profile picture. I thought he was Dominican. I knew he was Puerto Rican. Shout out to you, anyways. You definitely be supporting. All right. You know what? There's enough people here. I'll give an explanation as far as what's going on with Alberto Puello. So Alberto Puello has received a 6 month suspension from Nevada State Athletic Commission. No fine, no fine. As far as you know, what's his situation. And the fact that he didn't get fined and only got a suspension lets me know that they kind of bought his excuse, but was like still had to suspend you because Pollo didn't go about the right way of announcing that he used the drug. I haven't gotten confirmation on that. I'm trying to get confirmation, but just me putting two and two together, I think that's what happened. I think they were like, "Hey, listen, we believe that it's in your system because you were trying to have a kid and all that, but like it's still in your system and you didn't fill out the paperwork. You didn't, give it to us. You didn't inform us. So when it would have came up in your test, we would have known. We would have been like, don't worry about it. Here's a paper as to why that's in the system. So you messed up. And the fact that you messed up, you're gonna get suspended. A lot of people are asking, when is the suspension start? Does the suspension start from when he tested positive, from when the fight happened, or from when or from when he was scheduled to fight? So the fight, I believe, is April 8th was when he tested positive. I believe April 8th, April 5th, April 8th, somewhere around there. Matter of fact, let me double check. So keep you guys informed correctly. Um, April 5th. Yeah, so his suspension is 6 months from April 5th. So his suspension will end October 5th. And yeah, as far as his WBA status, because we know he was a WBA champion, he was named champion in recess. And since he was named champion in recess, usually when a champion is out of recess, he gets a shot at his title. But the WBA was waiting on the decision of the commission. So now that the commission has made the decision, they excuse me, they said that they're going to make the decision next week. So by next week, we will know if he's still champion in recess, meaning when he comes back, he will be the mandatory for that title. Or if they would just be like, hey, man, you tested positive, and although the excuse may be legit, it was in your system and you didn't go about filing the correct paperwork. So we're going to have to, you know, uh, strip you, and you don't, take you out the rankings. I'm not sure how they do it, but next week is when we'll get all that information regarding Puello. Uh, Again, it's unfortunate. And to be honest, I was really looking forward to seeing Puello versus Rolly. I think he really would have made a statement against Rolly. I think he would have cooked him. I think he would have outboxed him, and he really, really would have made a name for himself. How bad he would have beat Rolly, possibly stop him, because Rolly is trash. I was gonna go to that fight too, and I ended up not going because he got suspended. So another reason why I was disappointed. I was like, damn, I would have went out there. I would have pulled up to Bob Santos' gym, interview Bob, interview Adames. Possibly, I was even setting up where Adames was gonna spar at the time that I get there. So he was gonna he was telling me like, oh, like I was telling my flight info. I was like, oh, I forget what time I was gonna land. Let's say one. No. I think it was earlier than that. I think I landed like at 9. And he was like, all right, so I'll spar at 11. That gives you 2 hours to, go drop off your stuff at the hotel and then come and watch me spar. So I was really, really looking forward to this trip. My brother was gonna go as a fan. He was just gonna go just as a fan. And I was like, okay, like I didn't know he was that interested in going. So I was like, all right, I have my brother out there. So when I'm not working as media, I could go do something with my brother. I was really, really looking forward to it. And also, had he beat Rolly, he would have had a name on his resume. And Rolly is trash. So I'm not saying, he would have been like, oh, his resume would have looked nice. But it's a familiar name. It's a common opponent with Tank. And people would have been like, oh, okay, like who's Puello? Oh, that's the guy that beat Rolly. Rolly, the guy who Tank knocked out. Just that little reference right there would have got his name really, really up. You know what I'm saying? So I was very disappointed. And I also think Puello's very underrated. A lot of people think that, Puello's one of at the time when he was champion, was like the weakest champion in the division and all this. And I'm like, man, I don't know, man. Like Puello's really good. Puello's very awkward, very long, has good footwork. Is a tough guy. He fought Akhmadov, and that was a rough fight. And he stood in there and traded with Akhmadov. He veered away from his normal boxing ability. It was a close fight. It went his way. I was really looking forward to seeing him come back. And I also like not for nothing. Yo, when I interview Puello, it does numbers like in comparison to what the when I interview all these other fighters. Like Puello's a good talker. He's a good interview. So I was hoping go out there, get some nice quotables, continue further in the relationship with him and Bob, then have him on a virtual interview where we could do a long extended one where I could clip it up and put out clips and stuff like that. So yeah, I was very disappointed that when he tested positive, but we'll see. We'll see. Next week, the WBA will be making a decision as far as his championship status. Best case scenario, he remains champion in recess, and he becomes the mandatory of the winner of Rolly versus O'Hara Davies. And he gets that option. Worst case scenario, he gets removed as champion of recess and thrown off the rankings. Those are the two situations he's in. We'll see. We'll see what happens from here on out. From here on out. as far as I know a lot of you guys, especially my Dominicans in the chat, want to know where to buy tickets for the Edwin de los Santos fight. So I'm gonna put right here. I'm gonna screen share. Hold on one second. So right here is section 101. The tickets are $100. $100, section 101. There's 64 tickets left. That's more than enough for us. $100 is not a lot. $100 is not a lot. If you can't afford $100, 201 is the same price. Oh, damn. So there you go. All right. So put it like this: 101 is where we're gonna be at. If you want a better ticket, you want to sit, you want to be closer, and you willing to pay 200, section 6 right here, because it's right next to 101. So it'll look nice on TV. We'll have this whole little corner. If you want to be closer to the middle of the ring, section 102 is $200, but it's right next to section 101. But section 101, $100, it's just not a lot of money. Is where I want us to be. I want us to own that corner. Again, if you want to be closer to the ring, 102 is right there. It's $200. So if you got a little bit of extra money, go right there, and you'll still be close to 101. Or if you want to be on this side, section 6. So pretty much these three sections is what I'll say: section 6, section 101, and section 102. Ideally, 101 will all sit all together. And again, but if you want to be bougie, or if you got bread like that, 102 or 10 and section 6 are good enough for me, because you guys will be close and we can make it work, man, for sure. There we go. Where we go. Randy, the voice. I already got my tickets. Shout out to Randy, man. Not talking that talk. By the way, hold on. Let me keep that up. Y'all can fucking super chat me again. I'm back to being monetized. So definitely shout out to Randy for being the first to send me a super chat since me being out of YouTube jail. Shout out to Randy, man. I appreciate the $5 super chat. Yeah, man, we definitely got to represent. We've been asking for the East Coast fights. Typically, we've been asking for New York. Let's be fair. We've been asking for New York. But, hey, man, beggars can't be choosers. They're giving us Atlantic City. A lot of us live in Jersey. A lot of us live in New York. And some even live in Philly or close by in Pennsylvania, where it's not too far of a drive. Yo, just take that trip, man. Yo, case study. Come on, bro. What do you mean? How much is it? I just screen shared it. Section 101 is $100. Section 102 is $200, and section 6 is $200. They're available right now. I'm looking at the tickets right now. Matter of fact, let me screen share again, man. Because people, you know what I'm saying? Like, people don't. So, like, section 102 is $200. Section 101 is $100. And section 6 is $200. There's 51 tickets left on section 6, 64 in section 101, and 100 plus tickets in section 102. So there's plenty of seats available. No excuse for you guys not to go. Yeah, man. All right, hold on. It says, good day, bro. Best of luck to Adamas this weekend. Hope we get that WBC Prez Suleiman date out soon. Yeah, man. Right. So they've been communicating with me as far as being willing to do the interview. But then when I contacted to set up a date, they really not, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't really being clear. I'm like, all right, what about this date? They kind of never emailed me back. So we'll see. I'm not gonna 100% say we there, but hey, man, we gotta see. My boy monetized again. Shout out to Carlos Montes, $5 super chat. Shout out to you, my brother. I really, really appreciate that. Y'all don't understand, man. Because to get monetized, you have to have 1,000 subscribers, over 4,000 hours of watch videos. Meaning, if you add up all your, and within a year, if people add up all your videos, people must have watched 4,000 hours of it. Like, you get what I'm saying? So it's a lot of work to get monetized. So to get demonetized was frustrating, to say the least. So now that I'm back here, I'm definitely super happy, man. Oh, hold on. Rod, shout out to you. Says, bro, how you feel about accounts using your interview with Samson to put out a narrative on the Canelo Benavidez situation? Yo, I don't know what account's been doing that. Send me those videos, man, because I'm going to flag them shit. So they ain't asked permission. I'm monetized, man. You taking my monetization, making videos about it? Nah, my man. Come on, man. Come on. Let me know. Let me know. DM me. DM me. DM me. Woo, Randy got floor seats. Oh, he too fancy. He like, I'm not sitting with all y'all ratchet ass motherfuckers. I'm gonna get floor seats. But damn, floor seats are $200. They vary from 50 to 300. Oh, I mean, hey man, listen. As long as you in the building with your Dominican flag, your Dominican boxing shirt, which by the way, I just got new shirts in. I haven't updated the sizes available on the website, but I will do that soon. And I do have in uh, so I got back some new ones in royal blue, which is I already had that color. I got some now in navy blue, and the red ones have not come in yet, but they on the way to coming in. So I'm about to get busy with the t-shirts. So they definitely will be made available before the Edwin de los Santos Adorno fight. So for sure, man. By the way, let me refresh this page. Have y'all bought y'all tickets, man? Don't sleep now. Don't sleep now. Then all of a sudden the ticket's not available, and it's gonna be like, damn, man. Yeah, I remember you did the live and you were talking about buying the tickets, and damn, I'm upset and all that. Let's go, my man Cammy. Ariel, que lo que? Just because you monetize. Let's get it, brother. I appreciate that, man. I really, really appreciate that. Again, it's not even the money, right? Well, I mean, I guess to some degree it is the money, but it's like, imagine you working so hard for something, right? Editing videos, pumping out content, you know what I'm saying? Traveling to Vegas and to Florida and doing all types of moves, right? Imagine doing all of that work to get monetized. You finally monetize, right? People sending you super chats. You getting your little $2, $5, $10 here, whatever. You know, and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, we're not gonna no longer we're not gonna no longer monetize you. Nobody can send you super chats. Every video you put out is not gonna be monetized. It's like, damn, it's like oh, I did all that work for no reason, but I'm back. I'm out of YouTube jail. So you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna abide by the rules. I can't have that again, man. I work way too hard to 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 get that. By the way, let's talk about the fights this past weekend with Regis Prograis and Zarella. So that fight was boring as shit, man. That fight was boring. Uh, it seemed like Regis didn't know how to cut off the ring. It seemed like he just kept trying the same thing, was coming short with punches, wasn't doubling up his jab, wasn't trying to get creative, wasn't trying to see what worked. He even got dropped. I don't care what the referee. And even Regis Progress in the interview was like, yo, yeah. Like looking at the replay, I did get dropped. You know what I'm saying? So he got dropped. I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, how is this dude this beast that people making him out to be? And I was starting to think like, yo, how many boxers has he fought? How many movers has he fought? And I really couldn't think of it, at least top tier movers. And as far as who won that fight, I didn't score it. I think just the fans lost. I think it should have been a draw. Again, I didn't score it. They should have just scored that shit a draw, like, because nobody won that fight. I can't say like, damn, for sure this guy took the bull by the horns and dominated. Like, it's like, nah, like at all. I ain't see that. I ain't see that at all. What section we in, my boy? I've got 6 people coming with me. Are we linking up with our champ? Edwin also has tickets on sale. No interview with Edwin. The interview with Edwin will be coming soon. I don't think we're gonna be linking up. I'll be honest with you. Since we thought of that idea kind of late, he's closing into camp right now. He's really focused. So I'm still we still talking about trying to make an event, trying to so he can meet the fans and all that. But I don't think so. Just because it's so late in camp, the fight is what 2 weeks? Yeah, right, 2. So it's not this Saturday. Not yeah, it's 3. So it's 3 weeks away. So he's closing in on camp. So I don't think we're gonna be able to do the event. But it's like I want to say like a 20% chance it still may happen, but I doubt it. As far as the tickets, man, what section? Section 101 is $100. This is the one I'm telling people mostly to buy. You know what I'm saying? But if you got a little bit more bread and you want to sit a little bit more closer, we're doing section 102, which will make you closer to the ring at $200, and section 6, which is also $200, is over to the side. So these are the 3 sections I'm telling people to buy. Section 101 is I didn't even screen share it. Damn. Hold on 1 second. Yeah. Yeah. So right here, this corner right here, this corner right here. So section 101 is right here, $100. 102, 200, and 6 is 200. So not expensive at all. And by the way, shout out to you for the super chat, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. I really do. Michael Blunt, little bro, what's going on, bro? You've been missing in action, man. What's up with you, man? What's up? Don't be missing my lives, bro. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. But yeah, Richards and Hitchens will cook Regis Prograis. No cap. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Honestly, I think, and y'all know I'm not really that high on Devin Haney. Uh, like I don't. I think Devin Haney beats Regis too. I just seeing how much trouble he had cutting off the ring. And it wasn't like Zorrillo was doing anything like super nice where he was like, you know, slick and like on some like Joan Guzman, Pernell, Whitaker, Floyd Mayweather type defense. So I'm like, damn, like I could see why he was having trouble. He was just giving him movement, giving him movement, giving him movement. And that's all he was doing. And I'm like, yo, you can't do nothing about that. You can't go fucking stop this guy from moving around. You chasing this motherfucker. And again, a lot of those punches was coming up short. And Zorrillo, almost at the end of every round, would just kind of catch him with a one good shot or a one good jab. You know what I'm saying? Like, where it's like nothing really happened, but Zorrillo did land that hard 2-3 shots before that fight, before the round ended. I guess I give it to him. But again, I didn't score the fight. But I just think it should have been a draw, man. Like, just let's move on. Like, let's move on, man, because that fight was boring, man. But yeah, man. Oh, hold on. Let me throw the link up. Let me throw the link up in the chat, man. If anybody who wants to call in, chop it up with Broadway Joel. You're ready, man. You're ready. Yo, by the way, I hope y'all been enjoying the content I've been bringing y'all from the press conference with Spence and Crawford. Hopefully, I unfortunately didn't get a chance to interview Bomac, didn't get a chance to interview what's his name? Bud. But I did interview Spence. I did interview Derek James. So like I interviewed Teofimo for like a minute or so. So I got some kind of good content, and I hope you guys have been enjoying that. Also, I'm gonna be releasing now content from the Edwin de los Santos. I went to his training camp, recorded him, hitting the bag. That one dropped the other day. I got an interview with Joan Guzman. I got some dope content coming out, man. Some really dope content. And lately, y'all seen I'm dropping a lot of content on Carlos Adames, who been talking his shit, man. I'm a big fan of Carlos, how he goes about everything, man. The unofficial host.
Yo,
What's good,
the
bro?
voice of Dominican boxing, man. I thought I was about to have a fit when you ain't go live last week. That's when I knew I was a diehard fan.
What do you say when I ain't go live Sunday?
Man, no, that's Wednesday.
I ain't go live last Wednesday.
Look, you don't even.
I don't even remember, bro. I could have sworn I did. Oh yeah,
like,
you're right. I did. I didn't. I had something to do. That's what it was.
I was like a crackhead that needed a fix, man. I need some Dominican boxing, man. What's going on? But I'm excited, Joel. I'm excited about what's about to take place. Seeing the people that are on the podcast that come on weekly, Ari, you. It's gonna be fun. I got people coming with me. We got our flags ready, and it's gonna be exciting, man. I think we're gonna have a great night of boxing that day.
No, I agree, man. I agree. It is, as long as Edwin performs, it should be a good night, man. It should be a good night. It's a good main event too. So even if, like, obviously we going for Edwin, that's what we going there to support, obviously. But you stay for the main event, you don't get a show too. It's not we going just for one fight. And again, like I said it before, in the not I guess not this Wednesday, the one before. Like, you can make a vacation out of it. It's fucking Atlantic City. There's a beach there. It's in the summer, so if you want to go to the beach, if you want, there's casinos there.
You should have seen my wife's face when she found out she was going to AC. Oh, we going out.
Yeah.
Got that from you.
No, but yeah, it's a good idea. Or if you single, you be like, you tell your boys, like, yo, this Saturday, let's go to AC, man. Let's go watch a fight. Afterwards, we go to a club or we go to the casino. We go to a pool party. There's mad shit to do in Atlantic City. There's nice restaurants. There's the beach. You know what I'm saying? Like, this stuff to do. It's not, you're not just in the middle of nowhere. Like me, I'm going to Minnesota this.
Look, I posted one little story. Nice. The Dominican flag, Puerto Rican, boom, boom. Edwin, Adorno. From that little story, man, I got a few DMs. Bro, let's go. I want to come with you. So that's what, I think we all part of this movement, man, and we all got to take it. I like putting it on my back. Like, yeah, I'm part of this. I'm part of this movement, man, and it feels good to see your kinsmen, your fellow brothers going up in there, repping your country and fighting. And
for sure,
here's what it is. Yo, I wanted to tell you something too about the previous fight this weekend, man. You had Regis losing.
I didn't score the fight. But I ain't like his performance at all.
If the other guy was the A side, it was neutral grounds. The other guy seemed like the winner.
Yeah, I mean he dropped him. He didn't even get that counted. Hold on, I got a super chat from my man Cammy. Says, yo, Broadway, it would be dope if you made Juan your co-host. Your chemistry is good money. Keep grinding, brother.
Appreciate that. That's my brother.
They fucking with you, bro. They fucking with you in the chat. And shout out to Cammy. Shout out to you, man. Always supporting. And
another thing that I want to say too before I leave, because I'm about to make it quick. Adorno, even though he has 2 losses, for the Puerto Rican fans, he's a real fighter, man. This guy has taken matchups that a lot of up-and-coming prospects are not taking. No one is screaming and fighting Michelle Rivera. No one's screaming of fighting Rodriguez. No one's screaming of fighting De Los Santos. So you guys got a real champ. And Edwin has to be careful because that guy could pop.
He got pop in those hands. And you could say, oh, he got those losses. And he also fought Jermaine Ortiz to a draw, by the way. Let's also add that.
A lot of people thought he won that fight because he dropped him twice.
Yeah, you can say like, oh yeah, he got these losses, he got that draw and all this, but you can also look at it like, yo, that's experience that Edwin hasn't had. You get what I'm saying? This guy went 10 with Elvis, 10 with Michelle, and I believe his fight with Jermaine was 8. But what my point is, he's had a lot of rounds with quality opponents, so that's a lot of experience that Edwin's never been in with. So he is a crafty counter puncher, and honestly, I would have preferred Edwin to fight more of an aggressive fighter, so he can really show his power like that. But I spoke to Edwin's manager, and one of the things he said is like, yo, he has to see these styles early, so when he gets to the elite level, he has a base to base off like, oh, when I fought Adorno and he was moving, this is what I did, and you know what I'm saying.
And brother, I think we can agree that a lot of the times that what we're seeing with these heavily promoted boxers, when they have a fight that a lot of people say is a fluke, it's not really a fluke. They've been matched up with someone that they weren't matched up in the beginning of their career, and they took a real loss, but they weren't given the loss because they on the A side.
Yeah. Sure. We don't get those favors. We don't get those favors.
We got to get it from the muscle, and it's unfortunate that there's a lot of fighters, guys, that we have to start appreciating. Guys like Sims, guys like De Los Santos, guys that get hard fights early on in their career.
Yeah. One or two losses doesn't make your fucking career. Look at Brian Mendoza, right? 2 losses in his career, and then what happens?
Knock him the
nasty KO.
Fundora was promoted as the boogeyman. He was looking to be the boogeyman of that division.
He was the A side. Fucking almost just knocked his head off. So it's like, all right, if we're gonna write off people with 2 losses, Mendoza doesn't get that shot. He doesn't give us a knockout of the year contender right there. You know what I'm saying?
Another problem is that Zoo kid, that Timmy. Oh man, that guy's aggressive, man.
Yeah, he's strong. He got power, but he ain't fucking with Jermell Charlo. He not fucking with Jermell.
Joel, I will bet against Jermell in that fight.
I'm gonna take your money. Me and you gonna bet. Me and you gonna bet on that.
I throw a couple dollars with the voice of Dominican boxing, but I think what's in him is gonna get him ready for that fight though, because he needs head movement at the top. You got to make him look crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure. You saw Joang. He was out there. He was out there for like a month or something, right? Well, I forgot what he said, but he was already out there training, working him out, making sure he's right. And once because he's back in New York. Once the fight gets confirmed, he's gonna fly back out, train him, get him right.
Keep our champion fresh, definitely. Guys, It was a pleasure. Joel, I'm out, man. I'm excited about what's coming, brother.
Before you go, there's a couple things I want to talk about. My homegirl Karma Serene goes, our homie is back. Talk about you.
Oh man, I appreciate that. Thank you, man.
And she said, we do love Juan. He just great vibes.
Appreciate that.
They fucking with you, bro. They fucking with you. And look, she sends a $10 super chat. Happy
Wednesday. I don't think I've seen it.
Listen,
I think I've never seen a $10 super chat before.
Listen, she gets a special yellow. Listen, when you spend $10, you get that special yellow. Y'all be getting the green shit. My girl got the special. She says, happy Wednesday, Broadway, and our favorite primo Juan.
Gracias, mi hermana. Gracias, te aprecio. Joe, I just wanted to thank you, bro, from the bottom of my heart, bro. Thank you for the platform you created for us, brother. You just don't know how much this was needed, man. And you taking the time out of your day, hours. That's not easy, man, to edit, to take 2 hours. Sometimes you go on for 2 hours, man, on your lives. Yeah. And you're working, man, and we appreciate that. And the seeds that you're sowing now, you're going to see the fruits of those seeds later on. We all are. And we're all going to enjoy it with you.
And you and however far I go, just know you were part of the process.
Definitely,
and all the listeners, all the subscribers, if you hit a like, if you sent the super chat before, you were part of the process. And you're one of the main people that are part of the process.
We appreciate you, bro.
You always call in, always show love.
You're connecting us with our idols, man. You're connecting us with our champions. We never had that. We was never privy to that, brother, and we appreciate you for that, man.
And I'm gonna keep doing it. And, before you go, last thing. This is really the last thing. Eldy Cedeno will be fighting also on the undercard. So we're getting 2 Dominican for the price.
I hollered at him already. He's excited. He's excited.
That's my man. I was talking with him today. Me and him were chopping it up. So
we're getting a treat. We're getting a true treat in this fight. It's just not one fight like you said.
Exactly.
And this guy's not a bum. The guy Villa's fighting. This guy Villa's not really. He can hit hard and
he just beat Rashidi Ellis.
He got to punch his chance like everyone be saying.
Hey, and Boots does get hit. He ain't exactly Floyd Mayweather in this.
How do you like his resistance? Villa, you think he could take some of those punches?
I'll be honest, I've only seen Villa fight once. Oh, I've seen him fight twice, actually. I don't know. Boots hits hard. Boots knockout percentage is like Like I think it's like 89 or something crazy.
Joe, who
Like
you bringing with you to the fight? You coming with some people?
uh, as of right now, just me and one of my friends. But
Y el viejo, ¿se va a quedar?
I think he's gonna be in DR. I
Oh,
don't
okay,
know.
cool.
So we'll see. We'll see.
You know, people tag along at the last moment all the time.
I was just going. Dominicans. Yo, last moment. Yo.
Let's
Yo,
go.
I may have to buy some tickets. Just hold them in my pocket. When people go, yo, all right, yo, don't worry. I knew you were
Edwin
gonna want
said
to
he got some tickets, so I don't know if you. I'm thinking about linking up with him to buy some from him, but they have to be in section 101.
Exactly.
Yeah,
No.
I say que.
Potato, mi hermano.
De lo mío, suave.
All right. Shout out to Juan, the unofficial co-host of my channel. Always calling in, always showing love, always bringing positive energy, good ideas, and keeping me motivated too, man. A lot of times, man, like I be getting like frustrated with this shit. I'm like, damn, man. That he'll come on and I'll be like, all right, man. I like my movement is working. Like people loving the movement, people are supporting, people are looking forward to this event. Not and when I say this event, I don't mean the De Los Santos fight. I mean, again, my dream is to bring that shit to New York, a main event Dominican, Adames Charlo at the Barclays Center. So that's like my dream. Like it's out there, right? It's like, and then once it happens, like it's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be crazy. Yeah. I'm gonna have the Barclays Center feeling like Dykeman, man. There's gonna be mad plastic butts there. You know what I'm saying? All them BBLs. We're gonna have all them crazy Dominicans with the guiras and the platanos and the all that whistles, all that tamboras. We're gonna be going crazy, man. I could already envision it, like where people are gonna think, like let's say we fighting an American, people are gonna think, oh, the American's gonna be the one who sells more tickets. Dominicans don't sell tickets, and then they show up and they go, yo, there's way more Dominicans than anything here. It's like I can't wait until they surprise. Like, damn, Broadway was not lying. Dominicans, if you bring them to New York in a good fight, they'll support. So that's what I'm looking forward to it. Carmen says, you're so good at this, Broadway. You're gonna be big. Just watch. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I agree. I will be big. When I was at the Teofimo Josh Taylor fight, like I got recognized by a few people. I took pictures with a few people who wanted pictures, which was dope. Like it's kind of weird me looking at myself as a celebrity, which I don't consider myself a celebrity, but people were excited to see me. Yo, can I get a picture with you? And posting it on Instagram, like, oh, look who I met. I'm like, okay, like that's interesting. It's definitely a dope feeling to see. But yeah. I also got recognized at the Spence Crawford press conference. Well, it was only one guy. He just came up to me. He was like, Broadway Joel. I was like, yeah, what's up? And he was like, nah, I'm just a subscriber. He gave me £1, and he was happy to see me and all that. Yeah. Is Joan Guzman the best Dominican boxer ever? In terms of skills, absolutely. And he a 2-division champ. When Dominicans sell out the Garden and they sing the DR national anthem, I'm gonna shed a tear. Hey man, I might too. I'm not even gonna lie. I might shed a tear too. You imagine a sold out Madison Square Garden. And Fernandito there like Dominicano song. And I know that's not the anthem, but I like that song. I'm like, he does. Let's say he sings that for the entrance. That'll be crazy. I'm looking forward to it. Speaking of looking forward to something, this Saturday we got Carlos Adames versus Julian J. Rock Williams. Man, I got Adames by KO. Like, it's gonna be a nasty KO. Like, I'm going Adames in 4, not 4, in 4. He gonna put this man to sleep, man. I honestly think that this is This was not good. A good decision for J Rock to take this fight. He is not going to beat Adames. Adames is a destroyer. He's explosive, and he comes to knock you out. He doesn't come to. If he wins by decision, cool, but that's not what he's there for. Yeah, if y'all saw him in on my Spanish interview, my Spanish show 2 weeks ago, if y'all saw him, Adam is a goon. I didn't know he was that much of a goon up until that interview where he was talking his shit. So he's and now he's switching southpaw. Like he just has way too much tools in his arsenal. And as far as the gas tank issues, he's been working with Bob Santos, the one of the best strength and conditioning coaches in all of boxing. And he claims that, hey man, he's been the biggest difference in my career as far as adding that to his repertoire. And you imagine you're right, you have problems with your conditioning, and now your head coach is a strength and conditioning coach. So meaning most of his workouts are going to be geared towards, getting you prepared, conditioned wise, as well as I don't know, man. Also, he mentioned that Bob Santos is really strict on his diet, making sure he eating right, making sure he drinks right. And he says one of the best things about Bob is that he gets him to the weigh-in feeling strong. He's like, yo, I don't feel weak like I've had in past camps. Well, I got to be running the morning of the fight, or I got to do this, or I got to do that. He's like, nah, man, like these dudes have, got me right. In the past, I've had problems with weight. That's no longer the problem with Bob. In the past, I've had problems gassing out. With Bob, that's no longer the problem. We'll see. This is a 12-round fight. I don't think it goes 12. I think Adames by KO is pretty safe money. But, we'll see. We'll see. I got Adames stopping this guy around 4 or 5 rounds. I honestly, I think Adames likes to start off the first round very slow. And then in the second round, he kind of just starts turning up. And then once, J Rock just seems to get hit clean. Apart that his chin is in question, he gets hit very clean when he does get hit. Now, I can't picture him going, let's say, 7 rounds of getting hit clean by Adames for 7 rounds and not getting knocked out. I just can't see it. Now, if he does, he will be shocking me. He will be shocking me. I will be surprised. I will be floored. But that it just I can't even envision that. I can't envision Adames landing 4 or 5 clean punches per round for the first 7 rounds and J Rock still being on his feet. I think it might get nasty in there, man. I think it may be one of those nasty KOs, one of those, fun like one of those Mendoza Fundora knockouts, one of those or maybe even how Mendoza did Jason Rosario, which our Dominican brother, sorry, I got to mention it, but that like a KO like that where it's like, oh, I'm picturing something like that. I really, really am. Adames is very, very explosive. Apart that he's a puncher, and he's not really a puncher like one shot KO. He's just somebody, although he did knock out Salazar with 1 shot, but he's more of a boom, hurt you and just mauls you. He's like a fucking lion. He's a very exciting fighter, very powerful, physically strong too. You're not gonna go in there and bully him. Not that that's J Rock's game plan or style, anyways. But J Rock sometimes likes to mix it up. And that's not going to go well for him. And if he goes in there to box, I've seen Adames fight boxers and he cuts off the ring and still lands his hard, clean shots. I also think that that's not his style. So he's going to be like a fish out of water trying to box. Get what I'm saying? Hold on 1 second. But nah, man. I got Adames, and y'all could say I'm being biased. Listen, I don't give a fuck. I know what the fuck I'm seeing. Now, when I was picking Hector Garcia by first round knockout against Tank. Y'all know I was trolling. Y'all know I was being biased. This one I'm not. I'm not. I'm being dead serious. Adames and foe. In foe. Adames. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just can't see it. On the undercard, we got Erickson Lubin versus Luis Arias. That should be a good fight, a little fun fight. I got Lubin winning, but Arias always comes to fight. He did beat Hurd in that upset, which was surprising. A lot of people felt that Hurd was gonna win that fight, and Arias pulled it out. So we've seen him pull off upsets. Lubin is coming off a very nasty fight of the year type fight. Also, it was pretty long layoff too. So he's coming off a pretty long layoff. There's a lot of variables to this. How much does he have left? Is he rusty? Can Arias, rekindle that upset gene that he got? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's an interesting fight. It's on the undercard. I will be there present. Hopefully I get an interview with them when I'm out there. And also on the undercard, there's a championship fight, I believe in a flyweight division. It's Fernando Martinez from Argentina. He's a very exciting fighter. Very exciting fighter. Comes to fight, and he's kind of like a brawler type. And he's fighting an undefeated fighter. I'll be honest, I'm not familiar with this guy, so I'm not sure if this is a competitive fight or if this guy's going to push him. But what I will say is, amen, that Fernando Martinez is never in a bad fight. So that fight should definitely be entertaining. Should definitely be entertaining. It says the more aggressive J-Rock is, the sooner he gets knocked out. I agree. I just can't. I can't even see Adames winning by decision. Even if you be like, all right, you got Adames winning, but decision. I'm like, nah, I can't even see that. I see Adames stopping this dude. I see Adames breaking this dude, like knocking him out cold or brutally knocking him out, like where it's like he's pounding him in the corner, boom, 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 and the ref got to stop, or just bloodying him up to the point where the ref or the corner got a stoppage. I don't look at this as a competitive fight, to be honest with you. I don't. And I think Adames by KO is a pretty safe bet. It really is. And what sucks though is, right, Adames is not going to get much credit after this win. Like, he's going to score the nastiest KO, and they're going to be like, yeah, but who's J-Rock? J-Rock was washed at that point. Come on, man. He was washed. So you really giving him credit for that win? Come on, man. Like, that's what you're going to hear. And it's like, bro, like, which I was a little frustrated when this fight got announced because I knew that was going to happen. I was hoping he was get someone more tough. I was hoping I was hoping he got the Charlo fight, but when that ain't happened, I was hoping he got the Munguia fight. But Munguia is the biggest duck in boxing. And then I was like, damn, man, who can he fight? Can he fight Janibek? Can he fight Andre? Can he fight who? And it's like, nah, he can't fight none of those guys. Like, he got to fight this J-Rock guy who's let's see what he got left. Whatever he got left, I think, put it like this. I think Adames is gonna knock him out so bad. Retirement is on the table for J-Rock. I think that's gonna show him his level. Like, yo, bro, you no longer elite. He got you up out of there. Yo, by the way, now that I'm thinking about it, yo, this is the third common opponent with Charlo Adames will have had. He had Devrenchenko, he had Montiel, and now he's about to have Julian Williams. Yo, that's three consecutive common opponents with Charlo. I guess maybe they're trying to build towards a fight with each other. I don't know. I hope so. But Charlo's rumored to have a Canelo fight next, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, man. Yo, by the way, yeah, I want to talk about that. So Benavidez. So first, there was a report that there's already an agreement between David Morrell and David Benavidez for November, October. Fans, yo, Twitter blew up. People got excited, like, man, we getting the Benavidez and Morrell. That's what's up. If Canelo won't fight Benavidez, Benavidez out here looking for the second best guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? He doing his thing. He's going after the best challenges and all that. And then on Fight Hype, shout out to Sean Zattel. He gives an interview to Sean Zattel saying, like, yo, like, I'm not fighting no Dan Morrell. I saw that report. That's not true. Oh, I'm interested in a Jaime Munguia fight. And I'm like, bro, that like really disappointed me. Like, one, you're not getting a David Morrell fight. I mean, you're not getting a Jaime Munguia fight. Hold on. I mentioned Munguia. My bad, yo. My bad. I mentioned Munguia. You're not getting a Jaime Munguia fight. You're not. That guy's with Golden Boy. DAZN didn't allow Jaime Munguia to fight on Showtime to fight Charlo. They're going to allow him to fight you, who I would say he has less of a chance of beating. He just fucking went life and death with Deverenchenko and got a gift decision. Like, I don't think that they're going to do that. But that lets me know when you don't get the Munguia fight, it's not like you're going to backtrack and go to Morrell. You're going to go to somebody totally different, some fucking random ass fighter that we don't care about. It's very disappointed, and I don't know what to make of it, because Canelo turned down Benavidez. Benavidez not interested in fighting Morrell. He's interested in fighting Munguia, which I know that fight is not realistic. So who is Benavidez going to fight? He already fought Plant. Does he fight Andrade? But Andrade is rumored to fight Plant. So it's like, what are we doing here? Like, I don't know. Let's look at 168. Let's look at 168, man. Because that division is top heavy. I want to say it's top heavy. But after that, it's like, where are we going with it? Hold on 1 second. All right. Boom. All right. So number one is Canelo's, which obviously it looks like Canelo turned that fight down, or who knows what happened. Number two is Benavidez himself, so he's not going to fight himself. And then, by the way, these are box rankings. Number three is John Ryder. John Ryder just got stopped. Well, he actually didn't get stopped. Shout out to him. He just fought Canelo. He's not fighting Benavidez. Munguia, I don't think that fight happens, but that's the fight he wants. Andrade is a fight that interests me, to be honest with you. But when I've spoken to Samson like is very down on Andrade and says he's a boring fighter. He's somebody who fights for himself and this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't know. Christian Mbili is a good fight, but and I would like that fight. Christian Mbili can crack. He's a good fighter. I mean, I like that fight, but Christian Mbili, if I'm not mistaken, he has a fight lined up. He's fighting Damon Nicholson. That's the guy who fought Berlanga, who fought Andrade. Deverenchenko's coming off that loss. I doubt he fights him. Caleb Plant, he just beat, so that's fight not happening. David Morrell, he already said no. Vladimir Shishkin, I actually saw him fight on the Michelle Rivera Frank Martin undercard. I mean, I guess he could fight him, but that fight doesn't move me. That fight does nothing for me. And then I'm looking down the list. There's really nobody else. Like, whatever. Carlos Gongora is a good. He's no, I wouldn't like that fight. Like there's nothing on here that I listen. If he's not fighting Munguia and not fighting Canelo, either waiting out the Christian Mbili fight or fighting Demetrius Andrade are the only two fights I would be okay with. I would be like, all right. Like, that's a good fight. But Mbili's busy. And like I mentioned, Andrade is rumored to fight Caleb Plant. So I'm like, what's going on? I don't know, man. I don't know. Shout out to James Valdez. Yeah, man. Definitely hit that like button, everybody, if you haven't already. And subscribe, if you haven't. But Yeah, man, I don't know what Benavidez does. Does he move up to 75? Let's look at 75. Luis Cava, que lo que, mi hermano? Bro, wait, what's Gucci? I'm good, bro. I'm good. A little under the weather, actually. But besides that, I'm good, man. Yeah, let's look at one. Does he move up? Let's look at 175. Hold on, let me screen share 175 because oh yeah, bro. Yeah. Oh yeah, I ain't even talk about that. Yes. Yes. All right. You know what? Let me talk. I'll talk about that right now, Raph. First, let me talk about the 175 division because I'll forget that shit. I won't forget Elvis. But yeah, let's look at 175. All right, look. So you got Dimitri Bivol, who's ranked number one, and I actually agree with that ranking. I got him over Better BF. And yes, I do think he beats Better BF. In case you guys are wondering, what's my thoughts? Um, he that one, I think Benavidez loses that fight, and two, I don't think that I don't think they'll give him that fight. Not that they'll give him that fight. I don't think that's a fight Samson would throw his fighter in. I highly doubt. Better BF is with Top Rank. I don't, and he has a fight lined up with Callum Smith, who's the number three guy. So that's probably not going to happen. Zerto, okay. Although Zerto is coming off a loss and missing weight and probably can't make 175, probably really should go up to cruiserweight. I'll be okay with that fight. Vosdick is an interesting one. He just came back. He was a former lineal champion. That's an interesting fight. I'm not gonna lie. Then after that, kind of like 175, kind of is like a dead zone. After like the top two, top three, it really dies out. So it really is like the top two is elite, right? Better BF 119 and 0 with 19 KOs, three belts. Like that dude is elite. Then you got Bivol, whose resume is crazy. Let's read off his resume, right? So he beat our boy Felix Valera. Shout out to Mangu, who was undefeated. He beat uh, Sullivan Barrera, knocked him out. He beat Chalembas, whatever. He beat Pascal, Joe Smith. You get what I'm saying? Like, then he beat Canelo and Zerto. Like, yo, his resume is crazy. That's why he's my number three pound for pound, man, because his resume is crazy. And I think he's one of the most underrated fighters in all the boxing, man. I really, really do. But yeah, man, as far as Elvis Rodriguez will be fighting July 15th at the Cosmopolitan Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada. That is on the undercard of Frank Martin versus Artem Harutyunyan. Uh, that fight, I don't get, yo, how is it doesn't make sense, right? You got Edwin De Los Santos fighting uh, the week before on Boots undercard, right? That that match makes no sense, right? Then you got Elvis Rodriguez fighting on Frank Martin's undercard. What sense does that make? Why don't you put Edwin De Los Santos on Frank Martin's undercard? Because that's a potential fight that could happen in the future. You put Elvis Rodriguez on the Boots Ennis undercard. Guess what? Uh, Boots and Elvis, they're similar weight. They're only one weight class difference. Now, I don't think that fight ever happens, but you never know. Why don't you put that on that undercard? It makes no sense why they did that. Why they didn't switch it over. But hey, man, to each his own. I definitely want to see how Elvis looks against Postol. They have sparred before, so they're familiar with each other. He did spar with him in lead up for his last fight, Postol's last fight, that is, when he fought Gary Antoine Russell. Him and Elvis did a bunch of rounds. Postol's a good mover. We saw Elvis have trouble with Adorno when Adorno started moving on him. So let's see how he handles a Postol, a really cagey veteran. a guy who knows how to jab, who knows how to box, who knows how to move around, and that'll be interesting. Another thing that's interesting is they're both trained by Freddie Roach. I'm assuming Postol, since he's the veteran, since he's the guy who not the A side, he's probably gonna go somewhere else and fight somewhere else. But let's see how Elvis looks, man. Y'all know I'm always excited to see Elvis because he always brings potential of scoring a very nasty KO, man. A very nasty KO. Can I revisit the topic? Title topic? Yeah. So Alberto Puello will be suspended for 6 months. No fine. His suspension started April 5th, so it's retroactive. He will be available to fight after October 5th. And as far as the decision for his champion in recess, the WBA will make a decision next week. What else about him? I think that's about it. That pretty much covers Puello. And as far as the De Los Santos, you know, we trying to sit together, like all of us. So we go in section 101. The tickets are $100 right here. Section 101. That's where the Dominicans are gonna be at. But if you want a little bit of better seat, but you want to be close to the crowd, section 6 are $200, which is close to us, is right next to us. Or section 102 is $200, and it's also right next to us. So section 101 is where we're gonna be at. But if you think like, damn, $100 seat, I want to get a good seat, but you still want to be close to us, and you still want to show love and support, section 102 and section 6, man. Let's make that happen. So yeah, though that covers the title. Yeah, man. I hold on one second. It says after Williams, Charlo got to fight Adames for real. The thing is, right? So this is the complicated situation with that, right? So it's rumored that Charlo is going to be fighting Canelo. That's the rumor that's floating out, right? All right. So if that's the rumors that's floating around, what's going to happen with his title? So apparently, according to the WBC rules, if he were to win that fight, he has 15 days to decide whether he's staying at 68 or 60. And if he loses, he still holds on to that belt. And then he just moves down. It's ridiculous, man. It really is. It's unfortunate that the WBC is treating Adames this way because they really don't care. They really they genuinely do not care, you know, of Adames. I mean, their actions speak for it, you know. It's not that oh, this is what I think. This is what what I've been told. This is how Adames feels. No, this is like just proof is in the pudding. If they cared about Adames, they would just make Charlo champion in recess, which means they will take the title away, but he remains he keeps his champion status in the sense that when he comes back, he automatically becomes the champion's mandatory. That has nothing bad to do with Charlo. You're still supporting him. Apparently, the thing that Mauricio Suleiman is putting out is that Charlo has mental issues and the WBC is there to support him. So it's like, all right, like yo, and I'm not here to downplay nobody's situation, but he's going through a divorce, and I'm not gonna say that's an easy thing. Hey man, that sucks, especially when kids involved. Man, a divorce is terrible. But like, it's not the end of the world, bro. It's not something where I'm like, damn, like that happened. Like, yo, Adama's daughter died. Like that's serious shit. That's now that you know what I'm saying. That's some horrible shit that happened to Adamas, and Adamas still fought she died during his training camp, and he still fought in the fight. Like, I don't know, man. I just wish he got his chance, man. I wish he got what he earned. You know what I'm saying? I'm not asking for anything out of the ordinary. He earned this shot. He earned the shot to fucking become a champion. You get what I'm saying? Uh, uh, yeah, man. But all right, guys, I've been live for an hour. I think I'm gonna shut it down now. But I appreciate you guys, man, especially the ones who sent super chat. I really, really, truly appreciate it. Uh, Being back monetized is a good feeling. You know, and so since I'm back monetized, we'll see, we'll see. Next time, hopefully, you guys send more. I will be going to Minnesota this Friday, excuse me. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it my Spanish show on Sunday, but I will be getting a lot of content for you guys. Definitely gonna interview Adames, Bob Santos. Hopefully, I'll get access to Erickson Lubin and Fernando Martinez and Luis Arias and a few other people there. Hopefully, I'll run into some people, whether it be some other Dominicans that maybe are there to support, or maybe there's other people there that that I didn't know where it's going. I'm like, oh shit, this guy's here, yo, boom, let me get an interview. I'm definitely looking forward to this. Luis Cava, shout out to you, my guy. Definitely coming through to the clutch. My man hit the buzzer beater. $5 super chat, my bro. Keep doing you, and thanks for this platform. And those little Dominican flag emoji, man. I appreciate you, man, and you're very welcome, man. I definitely like that. A lot of people feel me. This something Juan always says when he comes on. We finally got a home. We finally got a home. So the fact that I created a platform where it's like, yo, my people feel like they got a home, like where they probably was gonna get some bullshit info as far as Alberto Puello situation. But now you come on my channel, you get the real, you get, and I'm gonna interview Puello. I'm gonna get the full explanation, the full everything. So you know what I'm saying? Like that's coming down the line. And I'm gonna interview Mauricio Suleiman about his situation with the WBC, and we're gonna get full explanation there. And again, I got a lot of good content coming out soon, so I appreciate you guys for showing support. Again, I can't speak enough for the people who sent the super chat. I truly appreciate you guys. But all right, guys, until next time. Oh, follow me on Instagram, Broadway Joel. Follow me on Twitter @_Broadway Joel. All right, guys, until next time. Peace.